I'll give it a couple minutes to let people join, I guess. And 0.9 unique based build. It's quite open-ended. So let's check out what came out in 0.9. Because that was what, number 3? Yeah, that was the number 3 most voted. So if we look at unique and set items, where was the filter by patch? Yeah, right here. 29 items. And then we take out basics. So here we go. And I am limited by which ones I farmed so far. Okay. I mean, technically, we have Warpath Meteor as number 2. So that requires this item right here, which is a 0.9. So we're going to be hitting that. Oh, thanks, man. Welcome, Epic Song. Yeah, I'm glad I could do a little bit earlier, because when I stream in the evenings, everybody on the Euro time zone just is sleeping, right? Like, it's impossible. So that's why today I wanted to try to do a little bit earlier. 2 streams earlier, and like 1 before lunch for me, essentially. 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. So, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna be running a lot of melee builds today. So it's gonna be a little different, because I don't think I have a melee build guide, do I? I'm trying to think. Let me check. I have my trusty tier list. I'll bring that up as well. One second, I'll bring that in here. Here we go. So let's see, are any of these melee? No, they're not. I have done 0 melee guides so far. Now I know why everybody voted for melee builds. It makes sense. Thanks, man. Feels good, man, is right. Feels good, man. What do you guys think about these vote results? Is anybody surprised by melee Speedy Monolith Runner? Like, it blew everything out of the water. It's 30 points ahead of Warpath Meteor. I did not expect it to be that far ahead. Like, I did not expect a single build to be that far ahead. And also, this is like pretty open-ended. It says melee, so it could be any class almost. And then support paladin. Nobody wants to see a support paladin, apparently. I wonder why. Even with multiplayer coming out, people are like, support paladin? Hell no. ZDPS paladin? Yeah, these were compiled from Discord chat. Like, I didn't pick these. I think I picked 1 or 2 of these. And the ones I picked, which ones were they? I think I put Hammered in Smite and Spellblade Spark. I put these 2. Just to add something to the list. And then clearly everybody's just fed up with Hammered in Smite. They're like, I've seen enough Hammered in Smite. Please don't. Spellblade Spark, though, I think, I mean, it has a lot of potential, especially given how many people voted for 0.9 unique based build. We might do a Spellblade Spark today. We'll see. Anyways, I guess melee Speedy Monolith is where we should get started. Yeah, so when I was thinking about melee Speedy Monolith, I was brainstorming a lot of different options. And the way I see it, I see 2 different ways to run it. One is like insane movement speed and maybe even ditch movement abilities largely. If you can just get like 100+ movement speed increase and then just rely on your movement speed just to traverse the map, zip zap real quick. So that's one build concept I had. And I'll show you, that one will be the first one. You've tried the Spellblade Spark? Nice, I have not, so I think we might try it today. I think it'll be fun. So yeah, the first option I thought of here is just run a hero that gets a lot of movement speed, or a build rather. And then the second option is run something that has either a lot of movement abilities, so something like Lich, you can run 2 movement abilities at the same time, or something like perhaps Rogue, where you can get the cooldown on your dash ability to be quite a bit lower. So let me just open up a bunch of build planners here. We'll open up a Rogue one as well. So yeah, with Shift, it's already on a 3.5 second cooldown. It's got this ability right here, Momentum, 50% movement speed buff, which is not haste. It does not overlap with haste. So if you can stack that with haste, that's just ridiculous movement speed, right? Like it is just a 5-point investment. So if you can get that cooldown from 3.5 to like 1.5 second, you can get some really speedy builds going, running with that. And so to do that, you could run something like dual smoke weavers, so 25% cooldown recovery for Shift, or maybe not even dual, maybe even a single one. Well, let's just run 2, just for full memes. One sec, I guess I need the passive. And whatever, we're not running a proper build here. I'm just trying to demonstrate the cooldown recovery. So if you run 2 of these, you run a belt that gives you movement speed recovery. Sorry, that gives you cooldown reduction right here. Let's say tier 5. And then boots cooldown recovery as well. Let's say this one we get lucky and we get a tier 6 or something. So altogether you can run 25, 25, and let's say this one's tier 6 as well. Just for easy maths, 25, 25, 25, 25. Easy maths, that's 100% CDR. And so now from 3.5 you brought it down to 1.75. If you get a little bit lucky, you can make that be 1.5 cooldown. So that's one option to go, is like 1.5 second cooldown Shift, getting 100% uptime on this 50% movement speed buff. And then you can make sure you get haste as well somewhere. Also, this ability will be crazy good as well, because it lasts for only 1 second, but we've got like, you know, 2/3 uptime if our cooldown is 1.5. So definitely you want to max that one. And apologies ahead of time, my voice is really shot up. I've had a cold from my girls over the last few days, and not much I can do about it. I've got a tea, I've got a bag of these things, so hopefully I last through the day. But yeah, apologies ahead of time. So yeah, that's one build concept we can try. But the first one I want to try before this one is I want to try Void Knight. And I think whoever has seen me stream over the last 3 or 4 days will probably have seen the plan that I've been going for. And that is Dark Stride. So if we can get Dark Stride plus honey. Yeah, that's a good point. I got to get me some honey. We'll see if we do a little break earlier. I mean, like an hour and a half or 2, depending on how my voice is doing. I might get like another tea with honey in it. Thanks for the recommendation, though. A nice warm cup of tea, though. Can't go wrong with that. So the other build I was thinking of is just maxing out the Dark Stride bonus of increased movement speed per melee added void damage. And I think a lot of people might have run this already, so I mean, in fact, I learned a lot from chat just joining in and giving me tips, because I was leveling my first Void Knight over the last few days. And so it's a bit of a learning curve for me as well. But if you can get Dark Strides with as much melee void damage as possible, that's quite a bit of movement speed. Like you can see here, I have just a simple example of 104 movement speed. I mean, you do have tier 7 movement speed in them, but still, I think that's quite achievable. So one way to run it is dual wielding, one being Shadow Cleaver in the main hand, because it has melee void damage. And the other problem with the build, however, is that, yeah, sure, we're going to stack a bunch of melee void damage, but we need to max our crit chance. I feel like if this build doesn't max crit chance, it's going to be lacking in damage. Especially considering that Void Knight has this passive right here, where you get like 60 to 80 free crit multi for 1 point of passive skills invested. Like this is the highest value point you can ever get. So right now we're getting 82% in this example here, 82, and I have 1 unspent point. So let's just let's just pop it somewhere. I don't know, whatever. And 1 point in vitality. So yeah, 83 points of critical multiplier just from this one node alone. So yeah, because of that, we want to be maxing crit chance. And the problem with running this kind of build is we want to be running melee void damage for our modifiers, for our prefixes. And that leaves very little room for melee crit chance. So we have to basically be running melee crit chance in both of our weapons. So that's one way to go. And then the other one is to be running a two-hander. And I actually think I prefer the two-hander. For me, the best in slot weapon for this kind of build is, if you can get this, you have a god tier build. Is Apathy's Maw, because it can have 120 melee void damage. Then you can get another 100 melee void damage. So now you're at 220, giving you what, 44% movement speed because of Dark Strides. And then again, you have to have tier 5 crit chance. Otherwise, you can't hit max crit. It's just impossible. So look at that. We went from 104 move speed to 116 because of Apathy's Maw. But this is almost impossible to get. Like, you gotta have 2 LP Apathy's Maw, which is extremely rare. I have never dropped a 2 LP Apathy's Maw. And then you gotta hit like, what is it, 1 in 6 chance to get the 2 modifiers that you want, given that you already have a two-handed axe with those 2 modifiers exactly as you want them with good rolls. It's just the RNG stacked against you. So this is like, this is the aspirational build guide, not build guide, but build planner. If you can get this, this is your aspirational option. But yeah, with that, you can run some crazy move speed. And I think the best option for just like a budget build is to run Hollow Blade, because you get 40 melee void, and then you can have another 100. And so you're at 140 melee void damage. That's pretty good. You know, that gives you 28% move speed. So you can see we're at 100. Although that's less than the dual wielding option. So it might be worth trying a dual wielding option as well. In fact, do you guys want to try dual wielding? Yeah, let's try dual wielding. So let's try this build real quick, just to test it out, see how it moves. I've already been trying to level it up, and I'm at only level 77, so a little bit slow progress, but that unlocks Hollow Blade. Does tier 4 Sanctum have a higher chance of dropping Exalted than tier 3? I think so. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it should, right? Like it's just, it makes sense that it does. So let's see if we can find one of these axes. Do I even have a tier 7 melee void? I have a tier 6 melee void. Another tier 6 melee void. But it has a bad prefix. We want crit chance. We really want crit chance. The other option is to run tier 7 melee crit chance and get a tier 5 melee void. Yeah, we could try that too. Yeah, let's try that. What about suffixes? Shred armor on hit. Let's do that. Okay, that was a really bad roll. And now we're not getting the crit chance. Yeah, we're not getting the crit chance sealed. So this axe is not working, it looks like. So we'll stash it right back. Because it actually is pretty good for a different kind of build. Because you get double crit chance. So let's see. This one. Well, I don't think we're going to seal that void damage. But let's give it a shot. Nope. Although we got a critical success. So that's not awful. Okay, so these axes did not work. Where's my other tier 6 one? Right here. Let's try. We have to get a... Before you try to seal, you have to make sure that you're running 4 affixes. Otherwise the sealing, I don't think will work. So for our 4th affix, I think I like shred armor. Okay. Surely this time it's gonna seal. Okay, finally. Oh. Brutal. Now we have to make sure you pick the right crit strike chance because there's 2 of them. You want melee critical strike chance. Oh my god, minus 12, dude. Okay, okay. Nice, we got 3 successes in a row. I really would like to reroll the melee void damage of 32 in the implicits. Is it worth re-rolling it? Or do we want 1 more extra % crit chance? I think I'm going to re-roll here. The implicits. Oh! That's my bad. Here we go. I'm back to last epoch. Let's see. There we go. My bad, my bad. So yeah, I had it in performance mode. The OBS, so it wasn't showing me what was visible. So here we go. So here's the last one-hander that we can try. I have 1 forging potential left, and we want to reroll these implicits because it's 32 and can go up to 44. Okay, yeah, that's a good upgrade. So we'll try that, and then we need a sword. Although I don't think I have a good one-hander actually. So for one-handers we want flat void damage, melee void damage. What kind of crit stats to prioritize? Well, you have to increase your base crit chance from 5% to at least 10%, preferably. Either through your skill tree or through your items. So get it as high as possible, between, at least 10%, preferably even higher, maybe like 15%, and then start investing into other prefixes, suffixes, whatever. And if you're running a spell, definitely run spell crit chance, because those roll in a higher range than just plain crit chance. So always prioritize spell crit chance if you're running a spell. And then once you get to 100% guaranteed crits, then you can, do multiplier as well. I mean, you don't have to get to 100%. I shouldn't say that. But if you could get like at least 60% crits, then you can bump up the multiplier and stuff like that. So let's see, what do I have any melee void damage? Yeah, I think I did scan through these at one point in time, and I realized I don't actually have a tier 7 melee void damage. So the other option is to go like crit chance, to make our crit chance a lot easier. Or even armor shred. Critical strike chance. So if we can get like a tier 7 critical strike chance, like plus critical strike, not this kind of critical strike, but the plus kind, the one that increases your base crit. Yeah, like this one, tier 7 critical strike chance. Unfortunately, the base weapon type is not good. It looks like my one-handed swords are not really any good. Yeah, so that kind of pigeonholes us into having to run the two-hander option. So I think, yeah, if you can find good one-handers, it's definitely an option. But otherwise, this is what you want to go with. Tier 7. Hey, Spearsy. Welcome, welcome. If you seal an affix and use it for LP upgrading, the seal affix does not have a chance to go in it. Yeah, seal affixes never go into the LP upgrades. So yeah, I think I want to run this Hollow Blade. And the nice part about it is that less bonus damage taken from crit strikes, so we can actually avoid getting critical strike avoidance in our gear. It's actually pretty nice. It's a big gearing problem to try and get 100% crit strike avoid. So yeah, that's kind of how I approach build solving in a way. You kind of have to, it's an optimization function across 5 to 10 different parameters. So one of them is, if you're doing an on-hit build, can you get your crit strike chance as high as possible? Crit strike multiplier higher, preferably as well. Another thing is your mobility. You have to have at least some movement speed in your boots. Otherwise, you're just going to get blown up by area effects from bosses. And then mana management, defenses management, all of these different things are just different parameters that you're trying to optimize across. And sometimes you can solve those problems through your skills, and sometimes you can solve them through itemization. But at the end of the day, you have to address, most of these problems as well as you possibly can. Are tier 6 stats worth using for LP upgrade? Yeah. I would say if I have a 1 LP unique, so for example in here, I have these 1 LP humming bees. I don't want to necessarily waste a tier 7 attack speed one, for example, in here. Tier 7, I might save for like a 2 LP humming bee. You see I have a 2 LP right here. Then I'd be more willing to pop a tier 7 in here, because it's a much higher chance to get it in. And so yeah, I would prioritize a tier 6 one in a 1 LP, because it's a little bit of a waste to not hit it, because it's a 1 in 4 chance kind of, right? Anyway, so yeah, so now let's try to solve a few of the problems with this build. So we want to basically, the concept is we're warpathing, and we want to get our movement speed as high as possible. And really, we don't really want to use any other skills for damage purposes. Everything else is basically support skills. So what do we have here? We have one slot is going to be taken by Warpath. One slot is always going to be Volatile Reversal for any Sentinel build. You really want to be running Volatile Reversal pretty much every Sentinel build. I strongly recommend it, especially if you're running a dot build. You must use Volatile Reversal, because this node is just too OP to miss out on. These nodes together, Harbinger of Dust plus Time Rifts, are just broken OP. So if you're running dot, get a Volatile Reversal. So those are 2 skill slots taken. And then another support skill we can run is Anomaly. It gives us Void Rest Shred. It gives us crit chance. It gives us attack speed, and it gives us cooldown recovery. Like, this is a very strong support skill, so it's perfect for what we're trying to do. And then the other 2 are really like whatever, honestly. Like, this skill, this build only needs 3 skills. So we could just like, we could make this blank, we could make this blank, and the build is just as good, honestly. So that's what makes this build kind of easy to play. It's kind of easy mode. It's you just spin around and everything else is it just dies around you. But again, I want to stress that the vote said Speedy Monolith Melee Farmer. So I interpret that as saying we don't care about boss killing speed. So this build is not going to be very good at killing bosses. Just want to stress that out. This build is not a boss killing build. Anyway, so that's the skills figured out. You can do whatever you want with the 2 extra skills. Right now I'm running Void Cleave set up for mobility. So you know you're using this node. Somebody recommended it on stream yesterday. I thought it was a good idea to try it out, and it looks pretty decent. I think it has some advantage over lunge in that you don't require a target, so you can use it to get out of sticky situations. But yeah, these 2 node skill slots you can do whatever you want with. You could even try Abyssal Echoes. It gives you some attack speed. So yeah, is there a cast speed to it? So yeah, I would even try this one as well instead of Erasing Strike. I would try that one. So we can actually test that out right now. Let's run it. And it can give us some slow stacks. Time Rot Chance, that's very nice. And it gives us haste. Anyway, it's not too important, those ones. So now let's try to figure out our itemization. So for example, I don't think we need this helm. It gives us some CDR. Although it does give us channeling cost reduction. That's what I wanted to run it for. But I'll save that for another iteration of this build. So we have the Dark Stride. One of the first things we're going to do is we're gonna gamble it up and see if we can get movement speed in it. But let's figure out the best chest piece for us. And to do that, I like to look at all the possible chest piece prefixes for Sentinel. So let me show you here. So you go to Build Planner, you open up the chest piece and pick whatever chest. And then we just quickly scan through these and see which ones might have a high impact on what we're running to do. So Armor Shred effect is definitely something we can consider. Ideally, I like to seal this one at that tier 1. Because you can see it doesn't increase as much from tier 1 to tier 5. It only doubles. Whereas look at this one, for example. Oops. This one, it goes from 26 to 68. That's 2.5 times from tier 1 to tier 5. So there are certain skills where you want to just seal them at tier 1. Like look at Dexterity. It goes from 2 to 12. That's a 6 times increase. So definitely this is like a 1-point wonder. Oh, this node right here, it reads like it should be amazing. But yesterday we discovered that it actually does not work with Warpath echoes. It's bugged. So I need to make a bug report. Because these echoes that you're seeing here, that echo right there, does not benefit. Oh, I guess I didn't switch it again. But the Warpath echoes do not benefit from this bonus. It's really unfortunate because this goes up to like 300%. Which is really strong for your echoes. So yeah, we can't run this one until they fix the bug. What else? If we're running some sort of hybrid build, like an auto bomber, and that's an option, by the way, you can respec this because I showed you how you have an extra slot here that you can do whatever you want with. So we could respec this into a hybrid build, and we could switch out Abyssal Echoes for Devouring Orb, and now we're running like a hybrid melee / spell damage build. And generally that's not amazing in Last Epoch, but I think with Void Knight it can work because of Vitality scaling and how Vitality scales both of your spell damage and your melee damage, especially because it gives you spell spell kind of void damage. Here, if you read this here, you can see you get 2 spell void damage per point of vitality. And so if we're running a two-hander, there's 0 spell damage. And that's generally gonna mean you cannot run spells, period. Because you have 0 spell damage coming from your items. But with Void Knight, it is an option because of this interesting vitality scaling. So anyway, so because of that, void damage and added void, increased void damage applies to both spells and melee. So this could benefit us on both the spell side and on the melee side. And then we get a little bit of spell void damage. So this is an option if you're running that hybrid build. And we could test that if you want later on. But for the first iteration, I just wanted to do pure melee. And then levels, we don't... Actually, we could benefit from levels in Warpath. So we could run like tier 7 Warpath levels. It scales quite well. Warpath is very skill point hungry. So this is a really good option. In fact, I might run that. Otherwise, yeah, these ones don't really help. Yeah, vitality is the other thing I would prioritize. So yeah, that's basically it. We want to seal a tier 1 armor shred effect. We probably want to go tier 7 Warpath and tier 5 vitality. I would think of that as my ideal prefixes on a chest piece. So let's see if we have something along those lines. So Warpath is what we're prioritizing. So let's see if we can get a tier 7 Warpath. Sorry, yeah, tier 7 plus 4 Warpath. Here's one option. Unfortunately, it's tier 1 mana. And also the base armor type is a little bit crappy. Suffixes are so-so. Here's a tier 6. Again, suffixes are bad. Here's a tier 7 again. But even worse, even worse base armor type. 100 armor, 9 cold res. How about this tier 6 one? It gives us crit chance. Fizz res. Fizz res we don't need, unfortunately. Sorry, again, I forgot to switch over. So these ones here are the ones I'm looking at. Warpath, tier 6 with tier 3 mana, an open suffix. Unfortunately, it's physical resistance, which, because of this one passive here, we don't really need physical resistance. So this is an okay option, I guess. And then these two suffer from being in really bad base item types. Iron plate is really, really awful. So if we can seal them in a legendary armor of some sort, probably something like a Titan Heart. So I have this Titan Heart as well, plus 2 Warpath, and then a little bit of armor. So this is a really good option as well, actually, because it gives you 39% health and gives you 15% less damage. And we do run a two-hander, so we might actually go for this one. I don't have any other 2 LP Titan Hearts to gamble with. Yeah, you can totally run 2 spell crit chance. Like, that's how you could get it to near max. So I definitely recommend that if you can do it. Hey, King Grands, how's it going? We're just itemizing the... we're going to run a VK Warpath. Basically just monolith runner melee. I think this is what I want to go with for chest. And then... Crit Lich, nice. The OP version. So now let's check out the helmet real quick. I don't remember what the ideal helmet prefix is. So for example, you can't run level in Warpath in helmet. So really, I don't think there are very many great options. Sealed Armor Shred is a nice option. This is still bugged. Void damage, add a spell void damage for a different iteration of the build is decent. Wings of Argentus is a good option as well, but they never spawn with LP. And also we're not running fire or cold damage melee skills, so that the skill bonus doesn't benefit us. I'll check it over in 1 second here. It is definitely a good option for Warpath in general. It's just because we're running Void Warpath, it's a little bit worse. So Devouring Orb. If you're running the Devouring Orb version, you could consider Devouring Orb here. Otherwise, there's not that many great options, honestly. A few levels in Volatile Reversal might not be bad. But if I run into a situation where the prefixes are not really great, sometimes I just prioritize the suffixes. Reduced channel cost can be nice. Oh, sorry, man. Let me pull it up on the game actually in 1 second here. Yeah, so Vitality. Honestly, for Helmet, you can just do a lot with it, and there aren't very many prefixes that are must-have. So I would prioritize more defensive suffixes in the Helmet. Okay, so let's go back to the game. So you're saying Argentus. Where are my wings? Right here. Well, first of all, I don't have the level to use it. No, I'm kidding. But the reason I don't want to use it is it has +2 fire and cold melee attacks, and we're not running fire or cold. Like, we're spec'd for void. There is no fire tag, there's no cold tag. So we don't benefit from that. And 20% less damage while moving is pretty much very close to 15% less damage while wielding a two-handed melee weapon. So in that regard, it's very similar to Titanheart. And Titanheart can spawn with LP, whereas Wings of Argentus is, you're pretty much never going to have LP. So you can't run +2 Warpath in your wings, for example. And we don't benefit from the melee cold, melee fire damage. Whereas with this one, we do benefit from 30% increased melee, and we get 40% increased health. Like, that is tremendous. From an armor perspective, Titanheart even wins here because I have armor suffix in it. But yeah, I would run wings in a Paladin Warpath build. Yeah, no worries. So yeah, that's basically the chest piece. Now let's grab the helmet real quick. Let's see what kind of helmets we have to work with. So what do we say? I think we're prioritizing vitality and maybe even HP suffixes. We don't need crit strike avoid, so that's fine. In terms of base helmet type, is there anything with crit chance? I don't believe so. There's crit multi. And then there's movement speed. I think we want more movement speed, right? Let's see if there's anything good in these movement speed ones. Strength, mana, crit avoid, mana, armor. Maybe some armor? How's our armor doing? That makes a big difference. What else does it do? It has a really bad prefix. And honestly, the increased health regen is really bad as well. Is there anything better? Necrotic damage is physical. Poison damage is physical. If we run a lot of armor, those could be interesting actually. A shot key to view blessings. Right here in your inventory. You go inventory and then up here there's a button. So it's not, I don't know if there's a short key directly to the blessings, but just like that. Okay, so these movement speed ones unfortunately don't have the right affixes. How about, what else do we have? Let's check the crit multi ones. Strength gives us good damage, I think. But health regen and vitality, dude. No thanks. Vitality, here we go. Tier 7 vitality, tier 4 health, 53 forging potential. This is probably what we're going to end up running with. Let me just check some of the other ones. Necrotic res. Oh yeah, we need a necrotic res. This one's not bad. 15 strength, endurance. Fire res is pretty bad. Tier 7 vitality again, but this is busted because cooldown recovery speed no longer spawns in helmets, so this is kind of a cheating one. Let's see, is there anything else? Tier 7, yeah, again a cheating one. Tier 7 vitality, but bad suffixes. Tier 7 health, bad prefixes though. Okay, volatile revert, yeah, okay. These cooldown recovery ones. Tier 7 volatile reversal with strength armor, health regen. We can replace the health regen. So this is also a good option. Yeah, okay. I think those are our options really. Tier 6 bit, no. Okay, so let's pick one of these and start upgrading it. What do we think here? Do we need cooldown recovery? Do we need void res? I don't think we need void res. Do we need... yeah, this one we would have to replace the health regen, because that is really a dead affix for us. I mean, especially because we're running Titan Heart. I forgot, Titan Heart removes health regen. So definitely we want to get rid of all health regen. But what is more important? A little bit of cooldown recovery. Or crit strike multi. I think we want to run crit strike multi, to be honest with you. Okay. Let's try this one here. Let's try... So for the extra slot, we can either go volatile reversal tier 5, which gives us a little bit of more points in attack speed and movement speed. Or we can go channeling cost reduction, which is actually not bad, because then we can take out 3 points out of here, put them into here. And that unlocks a little bit more points to put towards dealing damage. So like this node right here deals good damage. Yeah, I think that's a good option as well. Armor shred effect is ideally a sealed one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with channel cost. Yeah, let's try channel cost. And then we seal this one before it gets upgraded. I like to seal early on, because if you're trying to upgrade your channel cost, sometimes you get a critical success and then your health regen gets upgraded by accident, and then it's harder to seal. So if you know for sure you want to seal your health regen, do it earlier rather than later. And for the final spot here for suffixes, I suppose we can leave it for now. We can upgrade the channel cost. We have 40 LP, 40 FP. Oof. Okay. That's a bad roll. And then We can check how some of our resistances are going after we itemize the rest of our items here. For this skill tree, now that we're running like a good channel reduction cost, we want to actually have, we're okay if it costs 10 mana per tick, because it's going to get reduced by 30%, so it's going to go down to like 7. So we can actually afford to take out a bunch of points from here and move them up to here. It's more efficient that way. So I'll max that out, and then with the remaining 3 points I'll put them in Whirling Steel. And then we still have a few slots open. So I really like Shattered Chains for this build, because if you run the Siphon of Anguish to get a Source of Doom, you're basically getting 15% more damage from the 5% more melee damage per stack of Doom. Doom has a max of 3 stacks, so that's 15% more damage. And you get extra melee damage. You get a little bit of melee void damage for extra move speed because of our boots. And some armor. So this is and even stun immunity for 4 seconds when you use a potion. So these are really good bonuses. You can see our armor jumps up quite a bit. And we have not taken any of the good blessings, so armor blessings. So that's why this here is still in, being built out. Now let's see, in terms of tablet, I think this one's really, really nice. Look at that. 21 all res while channeling. We're going to be basically channeling at all times. And then 120% increased damage while channeling. Yeah, here's the chest piece. Titan Heart. Yeah, +2 Warpath, plus armor. Ideally, and now this is pretty good. Like, yeah, I think maybe we want health instead of armor, but even the armor is totally fine. It suits our purposes. So yeah, this relic I think is pretty solid. There is one relic that gives you quite a bit of void damage. So this is a good option as well. It gives you armor, gives you void damage, it gives you a bunch of endurances. And then strength is even more armor. But the fact that we can get all res while channeling in the relic is something we want to take advantage of. So if you can get a 1 LP Anchor of Oblivion and get get the all res while channeling, I think that's a good option. Other than that, the unique relics, I don't know. They don't really benefit us. Do we have a Sentinel one? Yeah. Now let's take a look at gloves. I think Ravenous Void is a good option. Right? It gives you vitality, gives you health. Like, you can't really go wrong. I have only one pair. I've only found it once. So this is kind of like an end game item. It's very hard to find. And also requires level 91. So we're not quite there yet. Instead of that, you could just run a something with melee attack speed or shred armor on hit. This one's not great because it's got like tier 2 int and tier 1 hybrid health. So let's check what else we have available. Actually, we need a lot of crit chance, so we probably should be optimizing our crit chance a little bit better. So yeah, let's see if we can get a crit chance glove with some attack speed. These are not looking great. I thought, yeah, okay, here we go. Here's a crit chance one. But it's cast speed. And it's crit strike avoidance. But it does have hybrid health. This is an option. Let me put away the helmets. So that's an option. I don't know. I think that's the only crit chance one. So maybe if there's a better crit chance one in these ones. Cast speed. Cast speed. Yeah, I don't think I have a phenomenal one. Nothing that fits perfectly to what we're looking for, unfortunately. A lot of decent ones, but eh. Here's a crit chance one. But the suffixes are really bad. Is this one doable? With those suffixes? Only 37 forging potential as well. We can bump tier 5 attack speed. Yeah, actually it might be doable. Hybrid health. So yeah, if we get tier 5 attack speed here, seal the fire res, get hybrid health instead. Let's try it. We gotta get lucky though, because 37 forging potential is really low. Oh, that is rough. Minus 10 already. Okay, that's some good luck. Okay, maybe we can still make it work. Okay, let's see. Hybrid health? Or armor shred? Or even frailty on hit. I think we go hybrid health though. And see if we can get something better out of our amulet. Alright, we get it to max. We'll get it maxed out. Very nice. And we have a little bit of forging potential to spare. How is our void raise? It's maxed out. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So that's probably what we're going to be running for gloves. How's our crit chance? It's not great. Oof. That is not good. No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. Minions should not be triggering frailty on hit. There's probably an item out there that does trigger it specifically for minions, but just the generic one shouldn't. I have this amulet right here for void damage and void penetration. What else would be good in an amulet? Let me think. I think we definitely preferably want to use the Jade amulet for increased melee attack speed. Yeah, you're welcome, man. The other amulet options for like base item type. They're not really great, other than maybe crit strike chance here. So maybe this one. Let me just quickly check these out. Shred armor. Damage while channeling. It's too bad it's got that freeze rate multiplier. Elemental resistance. Nope. Crit strike multi tier 6. But again, it's not matching the other item. The other physical damage type is not right. Area for area skills is interesting, but I don't think it adds enough. I've tested it out. It's not quite enough. Tier 7 crit multi. Necrotic damage. Armor shred. This has a lot of potential. It's too bad it's necrotic damage and not void damage. Oh, and the crit strike chance is 5% on the implicit. Let's just check it out anyway. Oh, these resistance types are not ideal. Tier 7 crit multi. Tier 2 mana. Ignite on hit. Only 35 forging potential. Another tier 7 crit multi. But spell damage. Oh. For a spell build, this would be amazing. So maybe if we switch into a hybrid. The only problem with the hybrid one is we can't really max crit chance for our devouring orbs. That's a major problem. So yeah, there we go. Those ones, that's what we have available. Let's check these ones out. Crit chance and health, that's not bad, honestly. Crit chance, physical damage, necrotic res, elemental res. This is a good option. I would like to reroll the melee attack speed on the implicit. And then, what else? Tier 7 health. Yeah, okay. What do we think here? Which one is gonna be best? Even this one is a good option. Double void damage, poison res, those are all good. Maybe let me try this one with the crit chance, because I think this build really needs more crit chance. Please seal the physical damage. Yes. Victory. What do we need here, actually? What do we need instead? It could be void damage. It could be void penetration. Is there another option? It could be crit multi. Critical strike multiplier. It only goes up to like 26 or something. So it's not great. I think maybe void penetration. At tier 5, it goes up to 8 to 9. Yeah, the only other source of void penetration is in our hollow blade, 10% right there. So it's either, I think it's either crit multi or void pen. Yeah, let's go with void pen. This is not, okay, there we go. Victory. Elemental res, we get to max it. Actually, no, we want to reroll the implicits before we max out elemental res. Because 6% melee attack speed is not what we're looking for. Necrotic res is also really badly rolled. Okay. Reroll implicits. Brutal. 15 forging potential for 2% melee attack speed. Let's reroll again. Okay, that's a little better. So we did not get the max elemental res, but that's not the end of the day. We're already doing pretty well on elemental res. Okay. Now our crit chance is 46. Man, that's brutal. That's still not that high. It's really hard to max the crit chance on this build. That's one thing that's a little bit difficult. I guess we'll go for rings that give us crit chance. Let's see. Rings. It's one of these ones here. So we can check them out. I think there's one right here that I remember. It gives like 120% crit chance. Is there any other useful ones? No, it's not looking too good, to be honest. There's this one, but I can't use it yet. Level 80 required. And also, I don't need void res. I don't really need elemental res. I don't need minion health. If there's something with like tier 7 vitality, we definitely consider that. Tier 7 vitality, tier 5 crit chance. Together with the implicit crit chance. I would only consider running these copper rings for like a melee crit chance build. If it's spell based, you want to get just spell crit chance in your weapon, in your relic, and max it out that way. Okay, well anyway, it looks like this has got to be it. It's not amazing. We can switch out the lightning res though. We can seal it and put something more useful. When we're spinning, we got every res maxed except poison. Yeah, let's seal the lightning res. Okay, we're down to like 17 FP. Do I care about poison res? I don't think I care about poison res, to be honest with you. So we might run health. Yeah. We could also try to max our crit avoid. Sorry, our endurance. Yeah, let's do that. Endurance. Actually, let me run health here. I'll run health. We need level 79 to upgrade. That's cool. And then I want to run at least one Siphon of Anguish because of the combo with Shattered Chains. We need a Source of Doom stacks. So this has to be it. So yeah, I think we're pretty good with gearing. Idols, I like these Warpath area idols. I don't think we need that anymore. Actually, we do. We haven't maxed physical resistances. So I'm running 4 Warpath area idols. So you can see it gives me pretty good area. Makes the skill a lot more usable. And then health. And I think we can switch out these elemental resistances now to just pure health. We want to be running these stout idols. They're crazy good. And I have a bunch over here. These are not my strongest ones. I think I have better ones on some other heroes. Yeah, that's pretty good. 2500 HP at level 77. Now, cold res is not maxed though, but that's fine. Well, I guess we can we can run something to max out the cold res. Okay, that gives us the most HP. So we can max cold res with 5% health, 17% cold res. Yeah, like right here. There we go. Okay, that maxes it. And then this is optimized. 2500 HP. Perfect. Okay, let's put these back. Elemental res comes here, I think. Where'd that come from? Okay, we'll put it here somewhere. Anyway. So yeah, I think we're ready to go test it out. We'll go tier 1 Jorah, because that's what's unlocked. Because we want to upgrade our boots. We want tier 7 move speed in our boots. Or maybe tier 6 at least. Yeah. Let's see. How is the draining? Yeah, we don't lose mana. That's perfect. We don't regen. Okay. Anything else? I think that's our itemization, our idols. I'm running armor shred as well in these, but yeah, if we can get a different source of area, like maybe if we can get this one more point, we can switch out some of these and get something higher value. Something that gives damage. For example, I think there are these ones here. Yeah, increase melee damage for 4 seconds when a skill echoes. 60% more melee damage, increased melee damage, not more, but 60% is pretty good considering it's kind of like the trade-off is this 1 point here, 20% more area. So if we can trade that off, maybe 2 points, I think that's probably worth it. I don't know. We'll have to test it out. Anyway, let's head out to Jorah just to get one of those upgraded. I think the boots are only level 19, so you can do them upgraded even at tier 1 Jorah. And we can test out the build a little bit as well. How's our move speed? Only 57. What am I missing here? I guess movement speed in the helmet is what I'm missing, perhaps. But we can't run it. We don't have the right helmet prefixes and suffixes. Yeah, this is not bad. This is pretty chill. You just run forward. How's our crit chance? 63% crit is not bad. I would like it to be 100. Does the Warpath skill tree give us any crit? Well, actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna put a point in here for 2% because we're running a sword. 2% base crit chance with sword is gonna be nice here. We can get it up to 100% crit chance. And then our crit multiplier from our passive right here is gonna be taking effect. Yeah, the crits are just so much better. They hit for so much more. Okay, these are bad. Oh, 6 vit. No. Yeah, we definitely need more movement speed though. This is not as zoomy as we want it to be. So we want to max out the movement speed in Warpath here for more zoominess. That's definitely a must-have, because Warpath by default reduces your move speed. So yeah, the playstyle is you just run forward, and the echoes are going to kill everything behind you. So it's a really chill playstyle in that regard. So I think that's why I picked this one for like a zoomy monolith build. Is you don't stop for anything. You just keep going. So even though we're not running a mobility skill in terms of like teleport or something like that, we just go forward. We don't stop for anything until we find like a strong single target, and nothing survives. Like everything dies behind us. And granted, this is like an area level 55, so it's extra easy. But still, like even in monoliths, that's the same idea. I mean, it's not going to be able to run like monolith 800 probably. I'll have to test how far it can go. But even for higher monoliths, the fact that you can just kite the enemies and run away from them and then they die anyways because they die in your echoes, that makes the gameplay a lot easier for monos. It will be great in arena as well. Same reason. You just kite away. You just run away from the enemy. They chase you, they die. Even ranged enemies are gonna die. If you have enough move speed, you run away from them and kind of force them to go into your Warpath echoes. I think that makes it a lot easier. Yeah, that is the only downside, is you're not gonna be able to get your nice drops like Exalteds. You will be able to see legendaries dropping on the map. You can see on the map right here there's a nice orange star. But Exalted, I don't think there's a way. So maybe that's a good suggestion for UHG. To tell them, hey, please add a notification on the map. Like a little one. Little Exalted notification. It doesn't have to be as big as this one. But something to force us to backtrack and get our, at least check our Exalted. Anyway, this is tier 1 dungeon, so I'm just gonna go in. Hey Zone, how's it going? No, this is just zoomy Warpath for speedy monolith farming purposes. I think we will be doing a Meteor Warpath today, though. It got voted like 3rd, I think. So yeah, the idea is try to get it as zoomy as possible. This might not be bad. If you run 2 swords throwing damage, bit niche. Yeah, I'll take it. Necromonos, yeah. Okay, so Now we gotta upgrade these dark strides. And what we want is tier 6 or tier 7 movement speed. The reality is though I don't have that many tier 7 movement speeds. Oh, that's not very helpful. Everything gets highlighted. Alright, sure. So let's pick out the tier 7. There's a tier 7 right there. Let's pick out all the tier 6 or tier 7 movement speed. And some of them are going to be really crappy because like bad suffixes. I'm going to be more willing to get rid of those and, you know, gamble them up. Not get rid of them, but like gamble them up. Here's a tier 6, but it has vitality, crit strike avoid, and dodge rating. Yeah, sure. Here's another one. But I like this one. Vitality health. We'll keep that one for another time. Here's a tier 6er that is like really bad base item type. And pretty bad suffixes as well. Yeah. We'll definitely gamble that one up. How about these ones? Tier 6 with armor and health regen. Yeah. I think it's random. It's random. So even if it's tier 6, there's no guarantee you're gonna get it in. So this, for example, I'm not gambling because Solarium Greaves are probably the best boots out there. Maybe this one with like the dodge rating, but even then. Do I have like a really bad one that has no forging potential? Maybe some of these earlier ones that were like 10 patches ago. Yeah, I'm not seeing too many movement speed. I guess I gambled them up already. Oh, look at that. Tier 6 hybrid health. Yeah, that's not bad. Except for the dodge rating. Yeah, I think we're going to leave these alone. Okay, so we have 4 options. Do we try tier 7? Are we YOLO? Are we feeling like a major YOLO today? Tier 7 move speed. The other ones are tier 6, I believe, yeah. Well, okay, we'll do one tier 7. Since we have one tier 7, we'll do it. Let's max out the strength because it actually benefits the build. Let's max out the health. It's good for the build. Do we max the cold res? Because I kind of want to reroll the increased movement speed. I kind of want it to be 30%. It's only 27%. Let's pop one more cold res. Okay, we're going to reroll here. Refinement. Yeah. Everything's a really bad roll. 27 again, dude. Come on now. Let's try again. Rerolls all affixes, right? Okay. 29. Okay. We're gonna go with 29. We're gonna do 29. Okay. So we want 29% movement speed. Are we feeling lucky today? Let's see. This is a pretty good boot, I gotta say. Honestly, like this is a really good one to seal into a lot of different boots. You know, this is a big gamble here. I would ideally like a 2 LP Dark Stride for this kind of boot. But, you know, let's see if we can do it. Let's see. I can't watch. What is it going to be? Come on. Oh, cold res? Are you kidding me? The tier 4 cold res? Dude. Ay. Okay, that's all right. I still have a few more dark strides. Here we go. We have 2 more. We got to get at least one tier 6 one out of the 3, right? Like, Surely, one of the three, surely is gonna happen, right? Okay, let's go again. We'll do tier 2 Sanctum this time. Yeah, that was the worst case scenario. Yeah, yeah. Last Epoch trolled us pretty well. But hey, that's fine. We're gonna go again. We want our 30% move speed. Unfortunately, next time is gonna be, let's say, 25% max. Because we're not using another tier 7. Tier 7 movement speeds are quite rare, man. I don't have very many. So hopefully Iron Jesus is a little bit kinder next time. Yeah, I should have tried for the 30%. That would have sealed it in. So yeah, there you go. That proves that it definitely does not skew towards the Exalted affix, unfortunately. I wish it did. That would have been sweet. Oh, ruby ring. So yeah, if we can get the movement speed in the boots, that's another 30. And then how can we up it a little bit more? I think it does need full affixes. I think it says that somewhere. Pretty sure it does, yeah. Let's take a look here.
What's this? How are they?
We'll check it out when we get to the ceiling. Tier 6 mana? Nah. Hey, Azatoro, how's it going, man? We're trying for VK Warpath build. It's a continuation of some of the leveling up that I've been doing. I mean, that is the reason I started leveling this build up. Because I thought this would be a good Speedy Monolith Farmer. And that is the first build we're trying to optimize today, is a Speedy Monolith Farmer. I think I'll try another one. I think we'll have time in the first 3 hours, hopefully. But yeah, ideally you want to run Apathy Small for this build. With tier 7 melee flat void damage and tier 5 crit chance. That is best case scenario. In here though, I think we can pop a little bit more crit chance. So this is based on 14%, so you add another 1/7 of that. So it's basically 72% now. Check out the results. I posted them in the in the Discord. I shared all the results. They're in a Google sheet. The one that won was Speedy Melee Monolith Runner or Farmer or whatever. So that's what I'm trying to do right here. Is a Speedy Melee Monolith Runner. But again, because it says Monolith Runner, I'm assuming we don't care about boss killing speed. So this is not great versus bosses. I'm gonna warn you right now. It is certainly not a boss killer. But I mean, it should be decently tanky once you optimize it, like in the end game. So this one gives us a little bit of base crit chance with void skills. Everything else is really bad though. Okay. Alright. Which boot is it gonna be this time? Definitely the 9%er from these ones. And then... what is the crappiest boot out of these ones? Probably, I don't know, probably this one. Health regen and necrotic. Oops. Okay, we'll max out the strength, because actually strength is good for the build. And then honestly, like, we can just leave those and start re-rolling. Because we want 25% movement speed. There will be a there will be a Warpath meteor today. The people have spoken. Warpath meteor. I did not see that one coming. I'll be honest with you. Okay. 24. Do we roll again? I think we roll again. Ah, okay. 24. It doesn't want to budge. 25. Okay. Here we go. We're ready. I mean, we have leftover FP. Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have doubled up that tier 7 one that we lost earlier. We should have replicated it with the Rune of Creation. I don't think I want to use up a Rune of Creation on this one. This is just too crappy. But let's just... we have 23 FP. Let's just max things out somewhere. Just because we have it. There we go. 0 FP. Everything's maxed out. Okay. Any predictions? Is it going to be the move speed this time? Can we get the move speed this time? I don't want to run like 3 runs and then I end up with no move speed in any of my boots. That would suck. Let's just get it done this time. Health regen incoming. No, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. It's going to be move speed. It's going to be health regen. Zone, why did you have to say that, bro? No, not health regen. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. It's okay, we have one more pair. Surely with the last pair we're going to get it, right? Which one is it going to be for the last pair? Is it going to be... yeah, it's going to be this one. With the armor and health regen. That sounds bad. So I'm going to stash these back. Yeah, we're really good at, you know, reducing my stash. My stash is getting melted. Yeah, I agree. Can we just not time travel into knowing exactly what it's going to be? Come on. Keep re-rolling over and over and over. Bone scythe, nope. We need some better premonitions for this time traveling stuff. Ooh, look at that. 2 LP. I'll take that. Although I already tried running that build and it sucks. So. How much do these crits do? 6k? Alright. Oh, it damages everything in the path. Not just at the end. That's actually very nice. Because the animation doesn't kind of signal that to you. So you see, even if they're right next to us, they still take damage. That's very nice. Yeah. Rolling, rolling. That reminds me of when I played Baldur's Gate 1. And I mean, it applies the same to Baldur's Gate 2. You know at the beginning how you can re-roll your stats? I literally spent like hours re-rolling. It's, you know, it's part of the game. You get to re-roll as much as you want. So I keep re-rolling until I get like God mode stats. And yeah, I spent more time re-rolling than playing the actual game. Do you guys know what I mean? Baldur's Gate 1. Mabel, sorry. Yeah, you can almost fall asleep at some point. You try to train your brain to just focus on these numbers to recognize quickly what is a good roll and what is a bad roll. Tier 7 frailty. Oh, that's one we forgot. We wanted to do tier 7 tier 1 frailty somewhere. That's a bummer. When you accidentally roll over them. Yeah, I've done that too in Baldur's Gate. That is the most painful thing. When you're rolling for 2 hours and then you screw up, that's when it's time to take a break. Uh-oh. Everything's blocked. Why is it not moving properly? It seems a little buggy. Oh yeah, I like this room. There's only one room of this in this sanctum and it's on level 2. Tier 2. Sorry, level 2 I guess. And it's got the most enemies in it. Level 91, kind of stuck doing level 1 or 2 dungeon or monolith. It sounds like you need to change your build, man. What build are you working on? Like most builds should be able to do corruption 100 fairly easily. Which Hungry Souls build is it? Yeah, Orbis will be an issue with this build. Okay. Actually, let's try this one. Yeah, it's it's not even that much. Barely tickled her. At least we're pretty tanky. Oh, we're not that tanky. Oh man, why do we take that much damage? I have max res. Okay, I was testing the damage here because I'm quite confused that with max res we still take that much damage. Do we need more endurance? I was trying to purposefully take those hits because I'm like, why would it be that much damage? That doesn't make sense. Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. We should be tankier than that. What are we missing here? Is it endurance? I think endurance would help. Maybe we can run tier 7 endurance in the tablet, in the relic. Yeah, I agree. Sentinel is a little bit weird. Like, it seems really tanky on paper, but yeah. We can run tier 7 endurance in the relic. How about these armor relics? Is there anything good? No. No, there is not. Void damage. Yeah, if one of these void damage ones has tier 7 endurance. Nope. Cold res. We could use some cold res. That was the reason why... No, we're maxed on cold res. What the hell? Damage while channeling tier 7. Endurance. Crit strike multi actually. That's actually probably better than this damage while channeling. I mean, when I'm spinning it's 33. That's alright, right? Yeah. Foot of the mountain, no LP? Ah. Yeah, I think we maybe want this one. It's just, it has no endurance though. And it doesn't have the all res while channeling. Critical strike chance is solid. Health, okay, maybe this is another good option. Endurance threshold. If we can run endurance as well. Another damage while channeling, but crappy prefixes. It's an option though, actually. And then this one for melee void damage for extra 2% movement speed. I would run it. Why not? Oh, all res while channeling. But the prefixes are so bad, dude. Ugh. No, I mean, I think our leech is pretty good, but I feel like we get one shot. And we shouldn't be getting one shot. I think I need one shot protection. So for me, that's like endurance. Let's check. Let's check over here. What do we got here? Tier 6 endurance. But not really good prefixes. Minion health region. These are old ones. Minion health region does not spawn there anymore. No, these are bad. How about here? Tier 7, yeah, okay. But the prefixes are bad, dude. I guess I can Rune of Removal something? Because these prefixes are really, really awful. How about we Rune of Removal this one? Try to get rid of minion dodge rating. It wasn't exactly one shot, but it was very close. Like, it was two hits, but I still don't want to be taking that much damage from 2 hits or 1 hit at a time. 1 hit was like 80% of my HP pool. Yeah, that's what I mean. So let's Rune of Removal the minion dodge rating. Bam. Okay, the endurance is gone. Alright, also the endurance threshold. That item is now garbage. These are not ideal. Honestly, I think what we want to run is this relic right here, level 80. I think this is the way to go. We lose that all res, but it looks like we don't even need it, right? Like physical, we can get 3% extra easy peasy. So let's just drop that. Let's just switch it to, yeah, I don't know. We just need 3 levels. Anyway, we'll keep it for now and then we'll switch when we get level 80. Because I think that's the right play here. We don't need the -3 melee mana cost. I think we can sustain indefinitely even without. Yeah, we sustain indefinitely. So yeah, let's keep moving here. This time I won't let Jorah hit me twice in a row for in the name of science. But you're right also about the life leech. Maybe we need to have a little bit more because we already have like what, 10-15%. Everything blocked. And this is tier 3 Jorah, by the way. That's why I was so disturbed. I'm like, if tier 3 Jorah does that much damage to me right now, tier 4 Jorah is going to be bad. And I mean, we agreed this is not going to be a boss killing character. But it gives us information on how tanky it is. No, this is tier 3 right now. That was tier 3 earlier. I haven't unlocked tier 4 yet. I have to run one more tier 3 and I'll get it done this time before we can run tier 4. What? There's like an invisible wall or something here. Why can't they walk through? Yeah, a little bit of life leech wouldn't hurt here. What is that bug like? How do you get it done? What do we want now? Probably just more damage or extra crit chance. Are we close? We should be close to max. And we have one more point to go. Yeah. Let's get a little bit more damage. Yeah, I agree. How about passives? We have this maxed. Is there any other void leech or something somewhere? No, I don't think so. Leech rate? You mean from items or from passives? Yeah, I don't think we have any easy leech options. That's okay. We'll have to use items. Click enter and spam escape. That sounds so easy, man. That's a very silly bug to leave in the game. They should patch it soon. See, everything just dies behind us. So that's pretty chill. That's pretty nice. Except for the fact that we don't see the nice drops. It seems a little buggy. It's not letting me progress sometimes. Like it's not letting me walk as it should. Ooh, tier 6 gas speed. Heart. Heart is good. It's not bad. But I don't know. I feel like it's very defensive oriented. If you get a 3 LP one, yeah, it's probably worthwhile. I do have a 3 LP one somewhere. Let me check it out. Yeah, because you really want... I think that crit strike chance is huge. The rest are like whatever, but the crit strike chance is huge. Oh no! Oh, I forgot about the time travel thing. That is such a nasty bug. Have you guys encountered that one before? And I also think I have this at 4 seconds. Yeah, I have this at 4 seconds. That's my problem. I was doing some testing Let me take those out. I forgot about those. Do you know that one? Where it sends you it sends you to the void pool. It happens every time too. It is absolutely brutal. I have to train myself not to click that button when I'm fighting Jorah. Because it sends you into the void pool every time. I've done it so many times too. That's like my most common way of dying against Jorah with Sentinel. I hate it so much. Can't it just like send you in the same spot in the other timeline? Why does it have to send you in the freaking corner that you actually have not been on? Ay, ay, ay. Very strange. Now I'm going to try and avoid clicking that button. Yeah. That's been around for a very long time too. Feels a little buggy. I don't know why. This wasn't like this yesterday. It stops and like it doesn't go where I want it to sometimes. You don't like it, eh?
How are they manipulating time?
I like the purpley stuff on the edges. And also, you better get ready. We're going to be doing a lot of Warpath today. There's Warpath Meteor yet to come. It got voted, so we got to do it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have low expectations for Warpath Meteor. I don't think that's a thing. I don't know how it got on the list, and I don't know how it got voted up, but I'm always ready to be surprised. I think you were just trolling me, man. But I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to give it my best and see if we can really make it work. Because if we can, that would be pretty sweet. Right? It sounds epic. But like, Meteor is not a Sentinel skill. So the synergy is just lacking a little bit because of that fact, I feel like. But maybe we can overcome that. Maybe we can overcome it and make a decent build out of it. We'll see. I'll try. I thought about it a bunch yesterday. And just brainstormed what might it look like. I didn't actually run any tests, so we'll see. But that's going to be probably in the afternoon, because we're running the first 3 hours is going to be Speedy Monolith Farmer. And quite frankly, I want to jump into the next one as soon as I can. So maybe we'll finish this Jorah. We'll see if we can get tier 6 movement speed in our boots. And then do maybe 1 or 2 monos, just to see how speedy it is. Test the speediness. And then jump into a different build. And I'll probably have to level up this character a little bit more, just to get a sense of how good it is exactly in the late end game. What does this do? Like, do we need any of these? Yeah, I don't know. We can do this. Okay. Oh, definitely Paladin. 100%. I feel like it has to be Paladin. There is some synergy with this Void one, a little bit, because I'm pretty sure the Echoes can spawn meteors. But Other than the echo spawning meteors, there's just no real synergy. It has to be paladin for me. I'll show you later. Alright. Don't click Q, don't click Q, don't click Q. How about now? Okay, yeah, we can click it once now. Oh, we're running out of mana, dude. Why do we run out of mana here? All right. Okay, we can tank that. Let's see if we can tank. Yeah, we can tank those. I'm just testing the tankiness. I'm running into those on purpose, guys. Okay, that's the biggest one. Okay, so there's like different tiers of those hits. Here we go. That's how it should be done. Not like what I was doing earlier. Tier 6 mana. I have a soft spot for mana, but tier 6, I feel like I have 1,000 of those. Should we get it anyway? Ah, we'll skip it. Okay, here we go. One more Dark Strides. If we can get lucky and actually get it done this time, that would be very nice, please, RNGesus. For the boys. This is the one. This is the one. Okay, let's actually upgrade this one first. We'll probably re-roll the movement speed a little bit. We can pop vitality in here. Ooh, we have no FP left. Okay, so let's re-roll a little bit. Yeah, third time has to be the charm. We've got nothing left afterwards. Re-roll. Do we re-roll? 24% is almost maxed. I didn't. Do we re-roll? Let's re-roll. Let's give it one re-roll. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, come on. Yeah, okay, fine. 23% it is. We'll take 23%. After everything we've been through, we will take 23% movement speed. And I mean, even vitality will beat the other boots that we've gotten so far. So... Ah! There we go! Oh, it wasn't armor! You called it wrong that time, Zone. Come on. Alright. That's much better. Let's see what we're at now. 87%. Down to 74 while spinning. Very solid. Very solid. Thank you, thank you. We got it. We got it that time. Let me just do a little bit of cleanup real quick. See, I have a bunch of 2 LP on those already. 31% is not very high, but fine, whatever. We'll stash it. Okay, we got this ring. We have a rogue idol. And these other dark strides, I guess we'll give him to the sentinel just for bookkeeping and just because we don't want to throw him away, you know. You need to get a mortgage on for extra gold. I agree, man. Look at this. 1.14. 1.14, dude. Ugh. Okay. So we still have like a little bit of LP here and there. Shattered Chains and Siphon of Anguish. So this build has a lot of room to grow. But just for the sake of time, let's go test it out in one monolith. And, you know, it's going to be Empowered 0. Because I haven't gotten to Empowered Monos yet. I have one Ravenous Void. Exactly one Ravenous Void. In 1700 hours of gameplay. It is not a very frequent item, man. I have exactly one Orion's amulet as well, Orion's eye. See, we're getting zoomy. This is pretty nice, pretty smooth. I think we can get even higher move speed. We're at 70, 87 without Warpath. So that's pretty good. I think we can get to like 120 is probably the upper limit. If you get everything maxed. But I mean like those are impossible items. So I think 90 to 100% move speed bonus is what you can reasonably expect. With like, good items. Not godly items, but good items. And you can see, if something doesn't die to my base hits, the echoes kill it off. So it's pretty smooth. You can run through the entire monolith and you can see we're getting bonus stability. 2/3 already. So it's not like we're just running through, we're actually killing stuff. No, I agree. The drop thing is annoying, but that's how it's gonna work for most zoomy monolith builds. Are gonna be missing a lot of drops, right? Like, especially if you're at damage over time. If you're trying to run damage over time, stuff is gonna die. Yes, another glyph of despair. I'll post the planner later on once I get this up to like at least level 95. Yeah, let's run one more. I'm just trying to demonstrate that it's pretty smooth. I think Monolith Corruption, probably around 300, it should be able to run it fairly smoothly. Once I get to level 100 and optimize a little bit more here and there. I see Corruption 300 is quite speedy. Spreading dots, yeah. I don't know if we're going to be doing any dots builds today, but the theme of today is definitely going to be melee builds. So if you like melee builds, I'm pretty sure we're going to be running a lot of melee builds today, because that's what everybody voted for. We can't deny the people. The peoples have asked for melee. Sorry, what do you mean by spreading dots? Maybe I misunderstood you. Oh, rob mine. Actually, I think I have one already. Oh, yeah. Is there a build like that? I think Lich has a bunch of those. Do I have another rot mine? Oh, I guess I don't. Huh. Neat. Let's put it... I don't know. Oh my god, my stash is just awful. Yeah, this is really nasty. Okay, we'll run one last monolith here and then we'll switch to another build, I think. Especially because this one is not fully optimized, right? I don't have a level 100 character. 77 only. Yeah, 1 or 2 LP uniques can take a long time, even if you target farm some of them. It can be a bit of a grind. But I mean, it's an action RPG, so... Only 5k? I guess you just started, so 5k makes sense. $78. I think 5k is alright if you're just starting. What are you? You're level 95, you said, I think? Armor works on ward. Endurance does not work on ward. Even if your health is like below your endurance threshold, you still are not protecting your ward. So definitely prioritize armor if you're running. Oh, also we have 11 points to put in here. That's going to be 11% move speed. 10% more move speed. That's going to be 98. Yeah. We still have 10% more move speed to get from just leveling up. I look forward to that level of zoominess. And then we click that. Q, 124. Very nice. Yeah, I think the health is your problem. Okay, do we have, do you want me to test anything else on this build? Or should we switch to another one? I think we've showcased kind of what the idea is, and I have to just kind of go through and level it up. Upgrade a few of these with 1 or 2 LP. I have a better ring with 2 LP. I don't have empowered monos. I would have to run through these ones. Like, I still have to do Age of Winter, and then I unlock empowered monos. So I'm close, but like, yeah, it's just, I have to go all the way up to here. I'll test it out later on for sure. I agree, man. It's so time consuming. Each one of these is like at probably 45 minutes per monolith. These ones up here probably about an hour. So it's like 3 hours here, 3 hours here, at least 6 hours just to get through normal monos. It is absolutely brutal. Very unpleasant. Anyway, if there's nothing on this build, I'll switch to the other one. I'll switch to the other concept I had. So, let me go to the website. No, not yet. So we're going to do one more melee Speedy Monolith. And then we're doing Warpath in the afternoon. Warpath in the afternoon. But the first 3 hours I want to do melee Speedy Monolith. So for the second idea I had is Rogue with cooldown reduction to get our shift down to 1.5 seconds cooldown so we can have 100% uptime on momentum. 100% uptime on momentum is the idea here. And then the question is, what is going to be our DPS skill? I think we definitely want to be running shurikens. And I mean, we're going to run them very close to us. We're going to run the variant, oops. We're going to run the variant of shurikens that does, around you. So we're melee. I know they're a throwing attack, so we'll let them count, okay? And then what is going to be our kind of main source of DPS? If we're running shurikens, and I can't remember, do shurikens apply shadow daggers? Was there a node that makes them apply shadow daggers? I don't see that. Well, that's what the vote said. Melee Speedy Monolith. We'll count it as melee if the shurikens are right next to us. And I can't go against the votes, you know. I mean, that was the suggestion, so I gotta respect it. But in terms of melee options, flurry. What would be speedy? What would be the fastest? Teleporting strike. Not really. Perhaps if we can reduce the mana cost on synchronized strike significantly, we could run something like that. And then, since we're spamming shift so much, we could run like Shadow Cascade after shift, and that would make it, you know, do a bunch of damage that way. Cascade, yeah. Yeah, but Cascade has a bit of a mana cost. I don't know if we can get enough mana, so we'll definitely... So let's say we're running Cascade. And then we need a mana generator. We could probably run either Smoke Bomb or Decoy. Okay, let's start playing it out in the game. Because I do have a level 100 rogue that we can utilize. And just start trying it out. I don't know if we have enough time to fully spec it out, because, you know, it's going to take probably an hour just to pick out all the stuff. What have I been doing with this character? Somehow I have wings of Argentus on it. I have not played on my rogue in a very long time. Looks like I was running a shuriken build of sorts. So, okay. Some of these are really bad. So we're just going to take everything off. And probably like try to stash some of it, to be honest with you. Is this good? Crit strike, multi-armor, shred effect. Yeah, that's very good. Some of these other ones... We might keep this, because if we're running physical damage, they might come in handy. And let's just clean this up a little bit. Necrotic res? Don't have room for it. Whatever. Wow, I'm running just a basic relic like that. Synchronized strike. I mean, it's interesting, but the mana cost is a little bit steep. While wielding a dagger. Yeah, okay, let's see. So, we're going to be running 2 of these daggers. Smoke Weaver. And I actually have a 2 LP one. Let's put the 2 LP one here. Then run one more 1 LP. 50 physical damage. And they actually give quite a bit of dodge rating. Yeah. That's going to be crazy dodge rating, dude. What? 51% already? Very nice. Okay, so this should be a fairly defensive build. Just based on what I'm seeing so far. 130% throwing crit strike multi. Hell yeah. Oh my god, this is so messy here. How about we just open another stash tab? We have the money. Just to clean up a little bit. Clean up. Oh, I have so many of these? Wow. Extra claws. Did I stash the other one already? I must have. Okay, these chess pieces, I think they're going in the garbage. 29, 39, I don't need them. 39, I'm good. Alright. Let's throw the helmets back in here. I won't organize them for now. We can probably just salvage this. It teleports forward, but it's not very much, and it's kind of a slow attack animation. So it's like, whatever, it's not amazing, I gotta say. Where do we want these? Okay, we'll make one more armor tab in here, because they're so bulky. And now I'm out of gold. 2 stash tabs later, I'm broke. Sure. And then we have this belt. You know what? We have a bunch of these already. We don't need that. This dagger is really nicely rolled, but pretty sure I have a better one somewhere in here. This one should be straight up better, right? 56, 7%. No, actually, this one's fine. We'll leave it. And then... okay. And this is probably going on the garbage. Lightning res. I think that's over here. Yeah, right here. Okay. We cleaned up a little bit. Let's continue with the skill sets. Let's see. This one we're going to throw away. We're definitely not running multi-shot. Maybe we keep Shadow Cascade. We probably want to keep Shurikens. We definitely want Shift. Cooldown Recovery. Yeah, we probably want this. Because we're going to be running it so many... we're going to be casting it so many times. This is crazy though. Like 80 dexterity per point of 80 dodge rating per point of dexterity for 1 second. If we're casting this pretty much once every 1.5 seconds, the uptime on that is insane. Is there always crit next not channeled skill? Is there something fun we can try with up here? Yeah, there's just no damage bonus in shift. Otherwise, it could be interesting. Although, we can do shadow daggers. I did. Let's try shadow daggers, actually. What do you think? Instead of shurikens, we can just spec into shadow daggers. So every 1.5 seconds. That's not enough, though. It's not enough. That's just going to be 1 stack out of 4. So we have to cast 4 shifts. Well, in that case, I think shurikens is the play. And we have to spec them into cast around you. Oh, this is a 50% chance. Okay, we just need 1 point. I guess we're taking it from here. Okay, so that's shurikens. And I think we need a mana generator. Flurry has to be it, yeah. Smoke bomb would be nice. Decoy would be nice. Let's go flurry for mana and just spec into attack speed. And then it really doesn't matter too much. We'll get crit maxed out, whatever. And then what about itemization? So we want to run cooldown reduction in the boots and the gloves. Sorry, boots and the belt. So let's see if we can find that. Boots, cooldown reduction. Yeah, I think this is it. Sorry. Either this or this. Oh. Yeah, actually it's going to be this one. And then we're going to get dexterity. Physical resistance. Okay. Now we're going to keep physical resistance. Okay. Very nice. Let's reroll. Try to get dexterity a little bit higher. Ah, movement speed went down. We'll take that. Then next is belt, cooldown reduction belt. I'm trying to get 1.5 second cooldown shift so that we have 100% uptime on momentum. And that's my next Speedy Monolith Farmer. Is 100% uptime on momentum. So you see, we have 41%. Now it's 91% at all times, you know? And obviously we can get even more move speed from other sources. I guess another option is these boots. But they only give like 20%. Yeah, they're not a good fit. They're just not a good fit. And if we can get a source of haste from somewhere as well. So belt, I don't think I have a tier 6 cooldown reduction. So that means I can just run something that something that looks good from the other suffixes and prefixes. And then add the cooldown reduction on the suffixes. So let's see. Is there like a tier 7 something? Preferably a suffix. Belts have really nice suffixes. If we can get like tier 7 hybrid health would be nice. Oh, dodge rating. I forgot. Belts have dodge rating too. That's a good option. Is there like a tier 7 dodge rating in here? Tier 7 dodge rating, but it does not have anything else that is useful. Sorry. Yeah, I think that would help. I think rogues have like 10% CDR helms, right? I gotta get that one going as well. Let me just see here. What is our endurance? What is our HP gonna be like? Yeah, I think we definitely want endurance with rogue. Because dodge, the way that dodge works is if you don't dodge the attack, you're very susceptible to one shot. So we should probably look for endurance as well. But anyway, let me see dodge rating. This belt is not bad, honestly, but we need to seal the health here. Like, if we can seal that health, it's a good option. Otherwise, not so good. How about this one? Physical damage. Seal the elemental res. A little bit of dodge rating. Otherwise, it is going to be maybe this one. Yeah, these are just not amazing choices, to be honest with you. So let's just pick one and go with it. So physical damage. What other prefixes we can get? The one that converts it to the damage reduction. This one. So it's like a 35% less damage. I feel like it's almost a waste because we're going to run insanely high dodge with this build. Like this build is going to have just stupid amounts of dodge. So I think we can easily get it over 50% dodge. So let me just think of what else we can run. I think mana regen actually is going to be very nice in this build. Let's try to seal the elemental res. Very nice. And then cooldown recovery is what we're looking for. Yes. Lucky, lucky. Okay, we maxed everything out. I would like to reroll that cooldown, but that's fine. This is a pretty good belt. No, I agree. It will never be 100% dodge. And this is what level? I don't know. Is this 100 level? Okay, so we got those two covered. Is there like a unique, actually, we should be checking. Is there a unique belt we want to be running? Oh, this one has movement speed. But it has to be like 2, 3, 4 LP. And we need the cooldown reduction. Maybe this one is not bad. Haste for 3 seconds and potion use. Yeah, this one might be okay. Because it has 3 LP. So if you can get the cooldown recovery in that 3 LP one. How about this one? Yeah, this one's not bad either. But again, you should try to get the cooldown recovery. Yeah, so belts have some good options for uniques. And then how about... What do we want to do next? Maybe the rings. Is there a good ring? Is there a good ring? Oh yeah, to get haste on hit. Do we have any other sources of haste on hit? Health regen. And critical strike chance with third strike of flurry. All of those are pretty good for this build. Okay, we'll grab one of these, I think. But we're starting to be really lacking in crit strike avoidance. Where am I getting 35 crit avoidance from? Oh, I think it's from here. Yeah. Yeah, I like this one. Even without the crit multi benefits. Agility in rogue base tree. Agility. Haste on hit. Good call, good call. And definitely increased damage per 1% increased movement speed. This is a must-have node right here. Where are we going to take it from, though? I guess Blade Dancer skill tree? Did they nerf this quite a bit? Yeah, they did, didn't they? I actually really like the increased damage per movement speed though. Because we are running like, we're going to be having like 130, 50 movement speed when everything is spec'd out correctly. So yeah, we'll have to take a look at the passives. Definitely want to respec into that one though.
Hello, traveler.
Maybe take this out. Perfection. Yeah, you need to not take hits with this perfection stuff. I don't really like it. We'll take 3 points out of here. Crit chance with a sword and dagger. How about with 2 daggers? Poison chance. Yeah, we definitely don't want that. Shadow damage. We just need 2 points. Maybe here. 2 fizzy, 2 flat physical is not bad though. I guess we'll take it out of here. Anyway, okay, that's nice. Yeah, flow and rhythm. Let me think about it. What are we gonna be running here? Does shuriken executed by shift count? If it's not directly cast? Let me read. When you actively use a skill. I don't want to be actively using shurikens, to be honest. So maybe we can take it out. I just like the melee attack speed buff. So that's what I have here, is just melee attack speed, 5 seconds. We gotta test that one out actually. And then let's see. So we don't necessarily need this ring. It is nice though, with melee attack speed and a little bit of movement speed, so it's not a bad ring per se. We don't have life leech yet. I think I had one more bleeding heart. Oh yeah, on my paladin I had a bleeding heart. Okay, so we can probably pop that because I'm pretty sure it had like tier 7 physical damage, which is pretty good. Let me just go retrieve it real quick. We might spec out a flow and rhythm, but I have to just test it and see if I'm getting good stacks on those. Oh, it's the damage over time that's tier 7. Meh. And the melee attack speed is only 8%. That is not ideal, I guess. Maybe we get life leech from our weapons, because they're still like LP2. So we still have like 2 LP for both weapons to work with. Yeah. Oh, this one's 1 LP. That's okay. So 3 LP in total, if we get lucky. How about in chest armors? What's good on rogue? Dusk Shroud. What was Dusk Shroud again? It gives you the glancing blow, but what else? 50 dodge and 5% chance to receive a glancing blow. Is there a limit to the Dusk Shrouds we can have? Because that's pretty strong. Very strong defensively. Let me switch to the website and just kind of take a look at all the prefixes and stuff like that that we can grab. Ooh, crit strike avoidance. I really want this armor because we're doing really poorly on crit strike avoidance. Okay, let's see prefixes. Dexterity is good for this build, I think. Armor shred effect is good. If we can seal at tier 1, that's ideal. Damage of skills used by shadows. This might be good. I don't know. We have to test it. Increase damage per active shadow with Shadow Cascade. So if we're running Shadow Cascade, pure Shadow Cascade build, is that even viable though? Pure Shadow Cascade. Okay, yeah, we're definitely probably going to try and do a little bit of Dusk Shroud at least. Oh, I see what I was going for here. I was doing, yeah, the dagger stuff. But maybe we can just focus. Does it do enough damage if you don't do a throwing attack? Oh, number of shadows. Okay. I think this is good. If we can line this up. So we'll definitely try to be more melee and stop doing this shadow dagger stuff. I mean, I think it's strong, but since we're trying to go with a melee theme, we want to optimize towards kind of the melee damage. Frailty hit, that could be very nice. Yeah, okay. Per 1% increased melee attack speed. This could be interesting. If we put 3 points there. Yeah. I think we can get 100% attack speed easily. I don't know if we need shadow on kill chance though. I think we definitely want. Yeah. So okay. So let's see. Damage is used by shadows per active shadow with Shadow Cascade. So let's say we can get 4. I think is the ideal way to run this. Tier 7 4 times. It's not that crazy actually, man. But it's not bad. 300% is not bad, but it's not insane either. What else? Shadow Cascade. Do we need extra levels? Level of shift as well. We might need a few levels of shift. So maybe we just seal a level of shift or armor shred, one of the two, and then level shadow cascade. Smoke bomb, mana efficiency with synchronized strike. This is what we really want, because synchronized strike is so pricey. If we look at what other items can give you that, I think there's idols. Yeah, idols can give you a little bit, but that is a massive idol and it's only 16%. So that might not be ideal. So we might want to just run it in the helmet and body armor. And then if we can spam synchronized strike followed by, what is the other one? Shadow daggers? No. Shadow cascade. then I think that's what we want to do with the build. Otherwise, bleed, Dust Shroud when hit though. We want Dust Shroud when we hit the enemies. On hit. Shred Armor on melee hit is not bad, but Dust Shroud chance on melee hit. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is pretty nice. Okay, so that kind of gives us an idea. There's quite a few good options actually. Quite a few good options. Increase damage when wielding a dagger. Yeah, those are a little bit lower on the roll though, so they probably won't give us much. But definitely we want to run the crit strike avoidance chest pieces. Yeah, these ones right here. So let's see if I have a good one or not. Oh, ward when I use shift, if I'm spamming shift. But I can't sustain that ward. So it's no good. That's pretty nice. Tier 6, 135 roll. Actually, what is our shift cooldown? 1.8. Let's see if we can get that helmet first with the cooldown recovery. This one's not bad. Maybe. Yeah, these cooldown recovery ones are cheating ones, because that doesn't spawn anymore. What is that? Yeah, okay, you have one of these. Increase damage while wielding a dagger. Yeah. Ah, this is a tough choice. What are we at now? 1.7 seconds. We just need a little bit more cooldown recovery. Definitely if you have tier 7 belt, it's doable. Let's say we run this for the helmet and we have one open prefix. And there are quite a few good ones actually. Crit chance per equipped dagger. I mean, let me see what that rolls, what range that rolls into. It is critical strength chance per equipped dagger. The range is... It's pretty good at tier 1 actually. That's something that you want to seal at tier 1. Yeah, I think I'm going to seal tier 1 unless there's like a really good level of something. Shuriken, multi-shot, puncture, decoy. No, we're fine. We don't need those. Synchronized strike though. Dark quiver. No. Maybe synchronized strike, but otherwise let's just try crit chance per dagger. Where did it go? And then skills used by shadows is not bad. Where did it go? Damage per active shadow with shadow cascade. I think this is pretty good, I think, for what we're trying to run. And then we have this garbage health regen. Sure, whatever. I think we do need mana efficiency. Let's try to get that on the chest. Let's see if we have tier 7 one actually. Mana. Man, I don't have really great ones. Looks like we're going to be going for tier 5 on that. Tier 5.
Not happening.
Shadow Cascade is there. Actually, we could run decoy instead of shurikens because we probably don't want to be casting them actively anyway. Yeah, we definitely need mana efficiency. We're gonna have to do a tier 5 one. How is my endurance? Okay, 95. Yeah, these chest pieces are not great, unfortunately. How about over here? Ward when I create a shadow. Dodge. It's gonna be like insanely high dodge. And then we need to run a little bit of endurance so we don't get one shot. Some one shot protection. Maybe this one? That's a bummer. I did not see very many good options. What do we want to seal in here? Until you get one shot, hey? Shadow Cascade. How many skill points do we need for Shadow Cascade? I feel like we need a few more to make it really nice. Yeah, we definitely want this mana gain per shadow. I think that's our mana sustain, partially. Yeah, so if we pop 1 point here and 2 points here, that's 6 points, 6 mana per shadow. And if we're running 4 shadows at a time, so that's 4 shadows right there. That's too many shadows. That's a problem. Shift creates a shadow. That's a problem. We don't want shift to create a shadow. So I guess the other option is we don't run that node that requires exactly a specific number of shadows. Let me think. What can we do here? Yeah, this creates exactly 2. I think it's alright if we skip this node. I mean, it's double damage though. Instead, we can just focus on these nodes. Is there any other damage node? Per active, deals more damage per active shadow. So if we have 5 active shadows, this is 15% more damage. That is not very high, guys. But it's not bad actually either, because this is 25. Yeah, we could dump the rest of our points there. No attack speed scaling. Does synchronized strikes scale with attack speed? It doesn't, right? Like it's independent of our attack speed. Synchronized strike causes existing shadows to use shadow cascade. Huh. This could be actually pretty nice. Because then we could double up on the shadow cascade. It's just insanely mana costly. This is already 62. So yeah, we need to reduce the mana cost. It's just going to be for shadow spawning. The main DPS source is going to be Shadow Cascade. I think that's what we're going to run with. Yeah, we definitely need to reduce the mana cost. So mana efficiency with Synchronized Strike right here. That's a must-have. But what is the tier 1 wonder that we're going to place? Armor Shred effect, I think it's incredibly strong to seal. Just pop 1 point, seal it. Whoops. What else is there? Like chance to get the shroud on hit, we already have. Damage is skill used by shadows. Crit chance per equipped dagger at tier 1 is nice as well. Well, this one is going to give me Glancing Blow. Dusk Shroud. Dusk Shroud gives you like 5%. So I think I can sustain a good amount of Glancing Blow. What else gives me Glancing Blow in here? Like, is there a prefix that gives me Glancing Blow? Yeah, waiting for decoy to pop is a little bit painful. Glancing. Glancing. Health gained. This is the one. Health gained on Glancing Blow is probably what you saw. Well, okay, let's go sealing. I think we already popped critical strike chance per equipped dagger in the helmet. It's really nice though. That's 60% crit chance for just 1 point. Let's do Armor Shred effect actually. I think 1 point is nice because we don't have it in the helmet. So we'll do Armor Shred effect. We'll seal it. And then we'll go with mana efficiency. With Synchronized Strike. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me max it. Please let me max it. That was some really bad luck, man. I was hoping to max my gain Dusk Shroud when you use a melee attack that hits. But RNGs has punished us for unknown reasons. Look at that dodge. Very nice. Gracias, blow. Yeah, that Glyph of Hope. It's okay. We're banking our RNG for later. Okay, so we have the chest. We have the helmet. They're not perfect, but it looks like I have not farmed enough on my rogue. So with some farming, that can give us good enough, some better items. Let's stash that. This dagger is pretty nice. Oh no! My daggers are full. Fine. We'll just dump it here for now. Yeah, that poly bleeding heart. Ugh. Okay. We don't need these boots. Boots. Oh no! Everything is maxed out. Can we toss one of these boots? Okay, we're gonna toss this one. They're yellow. They're not as cool. I don't know what I was doing with this item. We'll just destroy it. Destroy the evidence. And then let's see. Let's do gloves and relic. How are we doing for defenses? We need to seal a tier 1 crit avoid somewhere. Just to get it maxed. Otherwise, I mean, max endurance would be nice, but it's not looking like it would happen. And then the resistances are not looking good. Is there like something we can do for resistances in here? No. That's fine. Poison res here. I have not played rogue in a while, so I have forgotten some parts of the tree. Oh, this is a good note to have. 8% per dagger. What are we doing with crit chance? Are we really at 18 crit chance? I guess we're banking on just critical vulnerability. A lot of my stash tabs are suffering. Okay, well, we need to get some crit chance from the gloves and the relic and the amulet is what it's looking like. Also, armor shred. We could get crit chance from the weapon. But let's see what we can get from gloves. Do we need void res? Yes, we need void res. So that pretty much means we have to run these gloves. Melee attack speed gives us a little bit of multiplier in the Shadow Cascade skill tree here. If this is maxed, 15% melee attack speed is a 10% damage multiplier. Is it worth it? Let's see what we have to work with here. Leech rate. Yeah, ring implicits. Elemental resist ring implicit, is that what you mean? Do we have life leech? Oh, crit chance. Yeah, good point. Maybe we need to move over the one we're using on our Void Knight. Damn, these are not very good. Okay, well, melee attack speed, crit chance, dodge. Yeah. This is it. I like this one. Do we seal something? Do we seal the melee attack speed? And then go for what else is good in gloves? Prefixes. We could do increased area. Honestly, might not be bad. Melee damage leeches health. Does Rogue have melee damage leeches health in the passive skill tree anywhere? Let's try to seal it. Let's just give it a shot. Alright, that worked. So here it's either melee damage leeches health, area for skills, dexterity is really nice. What are we at? 35? So I think dexterity is solid here as well. Because dexterity scales with this node. Is there anything else that scales with dexterity? Blade Dancer. Blood Dance. Trying to find it here. In the middle, Blood Dance. Melee damage leeches health. Yeah, I think we need this one. And then I don't need to run it in the gloves. 5 passive points to avoid running it in the gloves is pretty good. Where are we going to get 5 points from though? Critical vulnerability is nice. Ah. This is too tight. All of these are so good. Ah, all of these are so good. Maybe I can take... But the attack speed is so nice. Yeah. It's going to have to be flow and rhythm. It's going to have to be flow and rhythm. Can I even take those out though? Because sometimes it's prerequisites, right? Yeah, see? Ah, prerequisites. And that is very unfortunate. These might be better though. Honestly, I think I want to switch them into that.
Hello, traveler. Hello, traveler.
So that's a bit of sustain. Every time we create a shadow, we gain 90 health. That's pretty good. Anything else? Like, it has to come out of rogue base class because that's 37 points already. Marksman, the only thing we can take out is heightened senses, and I kind of like 35% crit avoid. That's really high. Unless, I don't know. Unless we source it elsewhere, I don't know. But crit vulnerability is decent as well. If we can get our mana sustain fixed, we can take this out, but I don't think it's doable, honestly. Like, yeah, I think we need more mana. So this one has crit chance. No, everything else is pretty garbage. Elemental res. Nah. And I almost feel like... Oh no, this is the gloves we had here. I almost feel like the shurikens perhaps don't really fit this build. Maybe we take the shurikens out and see what else we can repurpose that for. Because we're going for melee damage. The shurikens are nice, but I don't know. I think we can do better. Okay, so here we were choosing between life leech and increased area. And the way I choose between those, like increased area, if the skills already have a bunch of increased area inside their skill nodes, maybe it's not as high of a value. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to max this, I think. In which case, there's not as much value. But honestly, I want to be able to overlap all of these shadow cascades so that all 4 of them hit something in the middle, you know? So if I'm right on top of the boss, I want all 5 of these shadow cascades to be hitting them. So a little bit of extra area might not hurt. Otherwise, dexterity is nice. Even more melee leech might be nice. Okay, let's go with the increased area for now. See how that works. Oh, man. Okay, that's nice. I needed that. There it goes. Alright. Our crit chance is absolutely awful, though. At least we have critical vulnerability. When you say shield, you mean this one? Right? The ones around you? Yeah, you're right, though. But, okay, I see what you're saying. So maybe we move away from trying to deal damage with the shurikens and use them as utility. I like that. Let's try to do that. Yeah, let's try to do that. And then that makes everything a lot easier. Mana cost is 1. And we're going to have 5 more points. 1 is going to be here. We can get a little bit more armor as well out of it. Is there any other utility we can get? Oh yeah, we can take these out. Okay, there we go. This is the tree we want to go with. We'll take 1 more mana cost reduction. And then we're good. Oh, backflip away. No thanks. Backflip away. Shock chance is actually not bad. Yeah, we can get some crit on idols. Shock chance. Shock chance gives us stun chance. We like stun chance. If it wasn't 3 points required here, I would definitely consider it. But anyway, I think this is fine. For shurikens, we can leave them in. The only problem is like shift is going to be so stretched. We're not going to have enough points. Because we need to get 4 points in here. This is too high value. But yeah, let's check it out. Okay. So we have the gloves figured out. Let's do the relic. What kind of relics does Rogue have? No, I'll keep the shadow. I'm just going to drop this one. I'm not going to utilize careful assault. It's just too specific on the number of shadows. So instead I'm going to get damage from here. And then even here. So there's enough points to go around. So I think it's okay. Okay, now in terms of relics. Crit chance. Leech rate is not bad. Crit strike multi. This one's not bad. Endurance. Endurance. This one, 100% crit. Hey, Keruzauros. How's it going, man? Cold res, don't need it. Dexterity crit multi, this is good. Void res, Necrotic, no. Tier 7 endurance and tier 5 elemental. Physical damage. Yeah, this is not bad. I just wish that crit chance was a little higher. What else do we have? Ignite, health leech, Dodge rating is not bad, but... Oh, this one's like a worse crit chance one. Yeah, this is just definitely worse. Shred armor on hit. That's not bad. Yeah, this is not bad either, honestly. I could run that. Yeah. Okay. These are not bad, all of them. Okay. So I think it's going to be one of these two. Unless, is there a unique relic that can run? This one for endurance and armor. Not really. Nah. Fire damage. Cooldown recovery for decoy. Nah. Okay. It's gonna be one of these. Maybe this one. If we can steal this, it will be extra nice. But it's not happening. Okay. That was pretty lucky. Tier 4 damage over time sealed. And only one forging potential wasted. Hell yeah. What do we want in its place though? These are useless. GG's right. I think it's either crit chance or dexterity or crit multi. I think because we're running so much, what do you call it? Critical vulnerability. How does it work again? Adds an additional 2%. Yeah, this is going to max it out for us. Mana regen is actually a good idea as well. Let me think. How much is this now? It went from 62 to 51.
Not happening.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty smooth. We're lacking a little bit of mana regen, but Flurry, I think, should be able to recover our mana fairly quickly. And if we can run a little bit more mana efficiency, maybe on the idols. Yeah, these kinds of idols. Oh yeah, look at that. This is perfect. Damage with shadows. Another one. Yeah, these are not bad. Armor shred duration. That might be good for bosses or something like that. We can test it. So what are we at? Oh, okay. It went from 51 to 43. That's pretty good. So let's say we cast one every 1.5 seconds. Yeah, we can definitely run this. I think we have enough mana, especially with this mana refund 6 per shadow. If we're casting 5 shadows, that's 30 mana regained. Yeah. This is gonna work. So we can actually go YOLO on the damage here. Dexterity or crit multi? Crit chance, I think we're okay. Dexterity or crit multi? Dexterity. So what benefits from dexterity? Let me just make sure. These are all dexterity scaling. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, this one gets mana efficiency per point of dexterity. And it also gives us a little bit of mana on use. And then this insane dodge. Is there any other skill that just gets something from dexterity? I don't think so, right? Does synchronized strike actually deal legit damage? Probably not. But we can apply stacks of critical vulnerability with it. I think I want to test out this skill node right here, how it functions. It sounds like something that would be incredibly mana costly, but otherwise, if you can sustain the mana, perhaps very useful. Okay. So I think I'm leaning towards, how much crit multi do we have actually? 265. Honestly, I would like to get crit multi in my weapon because it rolls way higher than in these relics. So let's just get dexterity here and try to get crit multi in the weapon. Re-rolling these is so risky. I kind of want to re-roll the crit chance, but like if it rolls back to 10, that's disaster category. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go with that. So now we're running 40 dexterity. Crit chance is fairly respectable. We'll just stash this back. And now we need a second ring and an amulet. I think for crit chance, honestly, I think we might be okay. Haste on hit for 1 second. Okay. So what else do we need? Looks like we have triple the crit chance right now. Maybe a little bit more crit chance. In terms of defenses, I think we're quite lacking though. We definitely need a tier 1 crit avoid. It kinda looks like... Do I not have all res here? I do have all res. Holy moly, my resistances are bad. Mana. Okay. Yeah. I need to bump these up a bit. Probably fire and lightning. Okay, let's take a look at rings. So for rings, we're going to prioritize suffixes. Flurry is going to be for just mana recovery. That's it. If we run out of mana, we use flurry. Like if we get too crazy and we just spam these too much, you know, we can eventually run out of mana. So then we just flurry. Yeah. Cascade. You mean this one? Yeah, yeah. I want one more point in here. I agree. I agree. We have 10 more points that we're gonna get. So 1 here, 3 here. We could even get more crit chance here. Then we just need a source of bleed. I probably want to max this out for more damage. I do want more area as well. Just to make sure that in the middle something gets caught like by all 5 hits. Yeah, so a little bit more area. And then, yeah, I think that should work well. Okay, let me just quickly check here. Rings. Yeah, we want to get defensive bonuses from rings. We'll just prioritize quite a bit more defensively. So like even amulet, we can get necrotic physical from amulet. These ones right here. So we can get necrotic and phys maxed. If there's a good one, that is. Penumbra. Let me see what else it gives. I do have like a 1 LP. Shadow Dagger on hit with Lethal Mirage. We don't run Lethal Mirage. Physical penetration with Shadow Daggers. Increased damage for skills used by shadows. Increased damage for skill used by shadows is quite nice. All right, well let's just try it. I just need to max my res though with my amulet. One amulet for all the res. We're definitely gonna go with bone amulet, so that's gonna be necrotic and physical maxed. Then if we can get fire and lightning maxed, also void, but we can use idols for that too. So let's check what we have here. Crit strike multi-tier 7. Cold and void. Yeah, this is nice. Tier 7, 1 under the max. This is a good one. Increased crit chance. Dodge rating and mana. And a little bit of void res. Tier 6 dodge rating, tier 6 mana. Maybe? Tier 6 mana regen is not bad. Tier 7 physical damage. But the other stuff is questionable. Yeah, I'm not loving the other bonuses. Although, maybe we can make them work. If we seal the poison. Maybe. Tier 7 dodge. The rest is garbage. Tier 7 area. Let's just test this out. How big does it grow? So, here's area. Here's area. Now we try it with the extra one. And that's pretty good. But I don't think we need it. I just wanted to check it out. Tier 7 dodge rating. Everything else is garbage. Tier 7 crit multi, but necrotic damage. And necrotic and lightning res, which we don't need. Tier 6 mana regen. Area for skills. Okay, okay. Looks like this 3 is gonna be it. Let's think. Which one is best? I don't know. I like crit strike multi. Because we will be running 100% crit, essentially. But we already have a lot of crit strike multi. Okay, let's check the res with this. See that? The necrotic needs a little bit more. The cold is kind of useless. And then we still need crit avoid. We need 5% crit avoid. I hate it when I'm a little bit short on crit avoid. And that's a problem actually. Because we don't have the slot to make it maxed out. Yeah, let's try this. We're now running 344 crit multi. Does this skill tree? Yeah, this skill tree has a little bit more as well. That means the returns are kind of diminishing. The more you have crit multi, the more extra crit multi is like a little bit diminishing returns. 6 pairs and not 1 with LP. That is brutal. I wonder if they have it toned down or something. Let's try this one, but let's just re-roll the implicits. That's 24 forging potential, dude. Ay, ay, ay. I guess we'll take it. Now we have necrotic maxed out. Fire and lightning we can run idols for. Poison is going to be close. The only thing I'm worried about is the crit avoid. Okay, let's try to resolve that. So we want fire and lightning with 5% health. I think I had one here. This one's not bad either. Okay. $5.15, $5.16. What do we need? Another 15, yeah. Ouch. Okay, lightning maxed out. Fire. We need the 5% health ones. Okay, 5.16. I think that's it. It's maxed. Poison. Poison is not getting maxed. Oh, Victor, thank you for joining. It's because I'm running early in the morning, so everybody from the Euro time zones can make it. Okay, I'll do poison, 7% res. It's good to have you, man. Here we go. Poison. And we run the dodge rating ones, actually. Oh, that's necrotic. Dodge poison. Alright. We'll just pop those in. Okay, we have good res now. We just need the crit avoid maxed out. But for testing purposes, we can just keep going and just test it out. I think we're more or less good. Let's just run a quick Jorah, or actually, move speed is okay. Yeah. Let's see. Do you want Jorah or a monolith run? I don't even remember what corruption my monoliths are on this hero. Jorah or monos? Let me just get some water. Okay, I'm gonna choose Jorah because we actually need to upgrade some of our items. We are missing some LP, especially the 2 LP weapon. Let's go. Let's see how the damage goes here. Oh, I don't have tier 4 Jorah, dude. Sad face. I think, actually, yeah, I think they introduced Rogue before the dungeons were out yet. So maybe I didn't run Jorah at all. Yeah, that's pretty good. Everything, I mean, yeah, this is tier 2 actually. So everything better die. One sec. I need to fix my loot filter. My filter is very simple. I just delete everything. These are good crits though, 6k crits. I guess I'm way higher level though. Oh, there's a unique. Move speed is good. Which Hungering Souls? The Ignite one or the crit damage one? Ideally you want to use the Aaron's Will to max out your 3 minions, because otherwise it's just so annoying. Yeah, this feels pretty good. The 1.5 seconds on shift is pretty strong. Like you can run one of this, cascade, one of this, shift, one of this, cascade. Yeah. We might even be able to drop the flurry and just, yeah, just keep everything else. If we get better with the mana sustain. Oh, I forgot to try the key glitch. But I also don't want to be exploiting bugs, right? Next thing you know, there's a there's a clip. Curse the bug exploiter strikes again or something like that. Some nonsense. Okay, the most important thing we want here is this mana gain per shadow. So let's get it. Let's get this. Let's get this. Because we run a lot of attack speed, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Cooldown recovery, I think we want more. There we go, 1.6 seconds. It's just shurikens. We're out of points, so we're gonna have to dump all the rest into shurikens. So that's 2 plus only 2? Ah, that's not great. Actually, we don't need extra duration because we're gonna be spamming shift. We could use a little bit more armor though. Flurry, I don't really care about flurry. I don't think we'll be using it, to be honest with you. So let's keep going. We didn't revisit the passives too much, but honestly, I think they're fine. Maybe a little bit more shadow damage is what I would go for. But this damage is solid.
Easy. Not happy.
Look at that mana regen. Now that we got that skill node. Look at that. We don't use any mana. That's beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely viable. A little bit more cooldown reduction would be nice. Pretty zoomy though, don't you think? Sapping strike for the mana. Yeah, I agree with you. And that's really important because actually this is one of the few times where I've been passive points starved. I feel like I could really use the passive points. Look at that though. Look at that mana sustain. This is crazy good. Okay, we'll respec that after we kill Jorah real quick. Decoy. I have decoy? I guess because of shurikens. And we could actually spec into decoy or smoke bomb. Which one will give us more damage? Smoke bomb will give us more shadows. Although we're running at the max of shadows. Anyway, we'll test some stuff out. Okay, let's check the damage here. Oh, it doesn't it doesn't bring my shadows with me. We need a little bit more area so that all 4 of them are more consistently catching everything. I forgot about that. Oh my god. She's kind of in a bad spot. Watch my dodge, by the way. Watch that dodge. I shift and it goes up to 14k. Oops, I forgot to dodge the void. Watch my dodge, watch me die. My bad. Anyway, if you click this and then shift, we have max dodge almost for like a good 1 second, and then half a second downtime, and then yeah, okay. Let me try not to die this time. That was a perfect time to show off into death. So you're saying pop the key, click enter, and then escape. That didn't work. Oh, okay. Enter and then escape. I don't see my key, man. Did I do it wrong? The crit one with the bone curse. Yeah, I agree. You just need arrows as well. Wait, synchronized strike actually deals pretty good damage, maybe? Let me check. No, wait. No, yeah, that's pretty bad damage. It's all coming from Shadow Cascade. Great movement speed, though. And we have a lot of room to grow with this build. Because our daggers have a bunch of LP. If we get like tier 7 physical damage in those daggers, that's pretty solid. Okay, I gotta check it out. I'll check it out during the break. I think we're gonna go for another, what, 5-10 minutes, and then we'll take a break. And maybe we'll touch up on this build a little bit after the break, when we start the next 3-hour session. But yeah, this build I think is gonna be legit for like running monos. Even bosses, I feel like if we can min-max it a little better, it should be fine against bosses. Armor shred though, I think we need more sources of armor shred. Actually, that's what we need in the amulet. I shouldn't be putting crit strike multi-priority in the amulet. I should be prioritizing armor shred. Because I don't think we have enough sources. Let's check this here. We want more area as well. And then shurikens. Okay. Okay, let's try not to die this time. Don't go that way, dude. Ouch. We don't have a finisher, but we have a lot of damage. Armor shred. Okay. These are level 52. Can we do them? Okay, yeah, we can do them. Confirmed it works. I gotta test that out. Okay, so we'll probably start with the 2 LP dagger. What do we want? What do we want in it? Crit multi is good. Do we want attack speed? I mean, they roll pretty high attack speed. So that's like 50% more damage. Maybe more like 30% more damage if it's a tier 7 attack speed. they all have attack speed, huh? Crit multi is not bad, but I think we already have enough crit multi that we don't need to prioritize it that heavily. 88% crit multi though, that's tempting. Tier 7 physical damage, flat physical damage is also good. See if we have any of that. Tier 6 melee attack speed. Melee physical. Yeah, exactly. Tier 6 armor shred, that's nice. There we go, tier 7 melee physical. Frailty though. Tier 7 melee physical. The second prefix is garbage though. Ah. Maybe for the offhand one? Maybe. Armor shred, if we can get a tier 7 armor shred, I would consider that as well. Here's another tier 7. Another tier 7, dude. Melee leech is not terrible. Melee attack speed tier 6. Tier 6 shred armor. Tier 7 melee attack speed with melee physical damage. Blind and ignite. So if we replace the blind with an armor shred, this could be a really good one to pop into the 2LP one, honestly. Do you guys know if synchronized strike is affected by attack speed? How can I quickly test that? How about we pop that?
Not happy.
What do you think? Is it affected? I can't tell. I feel like it's affected. Does attack speed benefit synchronized strike? Maybe I need to Google this. I don't want to invest crazy amounts in attack speed if it doesn't benefit. Scales with attack speed. Yes, yes, yes. It does scale. Okay, it's just a slow scale. So I think it says it right here. No, it doesn't. Okay, well, that's fine. It should scale with attack speed though. I think it's just because it has a cooldown actually. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So it should be scaling with attack speed. So we could run attack speed and then definitely max out Shadow Cascade, deals more damage with attack speed. So that's like 30% more damage. So many good nodes on Shadow Cascade, to be honest with you. I like the area. Yeah, that makes it very nice. Okay, let's try to make this perfect. Melee physical. Do we seal this first actually? And then go armor shred. Yes. Very nice. We got it. Okay, the rolls are not great. Do we re-roll that? Do we want to re-roll that? Because the armor shred is really low. The melee physical is really low. The attack speed is good though. He's a re-roll worthy here. Honestly, I'm more looking at the armor shred because there's a pretty wide range for the roll, so I think I'm gonna re-roll this. Everything else is more kind of not moving too much. Oh yeah, that's not great. That is also not great. That is also bad. That's the last one, and it is what it is. That's what we get. Okay. So is this a good fit? Tier 7 attack speed, Tier 5 melee physical, and then armor shred. So if we get 2 out of those 3, we're in a good spot. The only other thing we can do is actually take this out and make it so that it scales with attack speed now. And that's honestly not a bad option. Because we are pretty starved on points. Anyway, let's roll the dice here. I think this is good. Let's do it. Let's see if RNG is going to be a little bit kinder to us today. After those boots. I mean, with the boots, I guess we got it in the 3rd try. And... oh no, we got the ignite and the melee physical. That is probably the worst possible case scenario. That's alright. RNG is brutal. And I think that was my only 2 LP of this kind of dagger. That's alright. We have a bunch of 1 LP ones that we can just keep rolling until we get something nice. New ignite build. Next game. Next meta. Okay. I think I need to go for lunch. But this is pretty good. I think this build is solid. I think we'll touch on it a little bit more, like another 20-30 minutes before going to Warpath Meteor. So yeah, we'll do this build for another 20-30 minutes just to fine tune it and check it out against monoliths, and then Warpath Meteor. So yeah, I'll be back in about, let's say 45 minutes to an hour is what I think I need for just a quick lunch, and then we'll continue. So hope to see you guys again in about an hour or so. Respect sapping strike. That's a good point. Let me do that right now because I will forget. One sec. Respect sapping strikes, but also get rid of flurry, I suppose. And then, what is better, decoy or smoke bomb? Smoke bomb, I think, is better because this gives us dusk shroud stacks. Yeah. We'll do smoke bomb. Durations, and then these stacks.
Hello, traveler.
And then take this out. And then, what did we need points into? It was leech. Yeah. We'll make the shadows. That's a great point as well. That is what? Over here? No. Over here. There we go. Yeah. One sec. Oh, it gives me leech. That's pretty good too. We'll try to see if we have enough points to get this leech as well. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad because you get the minion health points in that necro passive skill tree. So it's not too bad. Okay, that's pretty solid. Our crit multi is through the roof though, 340, and we didn't even go for crit multi in the daggers. But I do think we need armor shred in the amulet. I think I had a good armor shred amulet somewhere, but it's probably not a bone amulet. Yeah, I need armor shred. Like this build is physical damage, so it must run armor shred. When we have like sealed armor shred effect, yeah, we'll find some armor shred's chance on hit somewhere. Probably we'll go for this one, tier 7. Hopefully we hit it this time. Anyway, I'll see you guys in 45 minutes to an hour.